So good afternoon guys, this will be our video lesson for this week, module 4 and 5, and then I will be posting the link for the module 6. So let's start with our discussion this afternoon. So ayan nakikita natin yung ating our topic for this day is rational functions, and again, I am Sir Michael Gallardo, ang inyong teacher sa General Math. So let's proceed with module 4 first. So for our objectives is to represent real life situations using rational functions and distinguish rational function, rational equation, and rational inequality. So what is a rational expression? A rational expression is an expression that can be written in the form A over B, where A and B are polynomials. Ibig sabihin, ratio siya, no? Ratio or fractional, parang because fraction is a form of ratio, no? So, ratio ng dalawang expression or equation, where ratio ng dalawang polynomials, masasabi natin, where B is not equal to 0. Kasi hindi po pwedeng zeros yung ating denominator simply because the fraction will become undefined or kapag nag-calculator kayo, error yon. So, your denominator should not be 0. Next. So, here are examples of rational expressions. So, we have 7 over AB, x plus 2, 2x over 2x minus 4, 3x plus 5 over x squared plus 10x plus 5, and x cubed minus 6x plus 3 over 5. Those are examples of rational expressions because the numerator and the denominator are polynomials. And here are some examples of rational expressions. Shortcut guys, ito ang mabilis na ano dyan. You have to you have to observe the numerator and the denominator. If you see a radical sign or an exponent that is a fraction or fraction in form, then it is not a rational expression. Basta may radical sign. X raised to 1/2 may also be expressed as the square root of x, no? So yun na naman, may radical sign na naman siya. So kapag may radical sign kayo nakita, it will not be considered as a rational expression. Now, ang rational functions, inequalities and equations ay pwede nating yung mga there are certain problems in real life situation or real life situations that may be expressed as a rational expression or rational function or a rational equation. So I have here an example, isa lang naman. An interbarangay basketball team, wrong typo error. An interbarangay basketball team has won 12 out of 25 games. Nanalo sila ng naglaro na sila ng 25 games, 12 lang ang kanilang naipanalo, which makes their winning percentage at 48%. Now the question is, how many games should they win in a row? Ilang games ang ilalaro nila at dapat nilang maipanalo to improve their winning percentage into 60%. In a simple equation, this may be expressed as 12 over 25 equals 0.48 or 48%. No, yan ang kanilang winning rate. But they need to improve to 60%. So, kailangan nilang manalo ng ilang laro pa na sunod-sunod para maging 60%. So, yung equation natin, pwede nating express as 12 plus x, where x is the number of games that they should win and they should play. So, 12 over x over 25, 12 plus x over 25 plus x is equal to 0.60. So, pwede nating isolve yan, but in order to solve for x, kailangan mabibilang natin. Kapag, halimbawa, 12 plus 3 over 25 plus 3, then, yun kaya ay magiging equal na sa 0.60. So, hindi natin masabi pa unless we solve it. But that is not yet our lesson. I'm just giving out a point na itong expression, itong problem na ito, real life situation, may be expressed as a rational equation. And here are some of the examples of rational of real life situations or problems that may be expressed as a rational function. Kung mapapansin niyo, yung limang example na yan, that is already on your modules, no? Merong mga speed problem or velocity problems uh, that involves na dalawang speed at kino-compare yung dalawa na yon. That's an example of a rational problem. Ano pa? Work problem. Aside from that, we also have the rate problem. Rate. And the other one is um, percentage problem, yung mga solutions, no? Pag binasa niyo yan, they may be expressed as rational problems, no, or rational expressions. No, these are problems that may be expressed as a rational expression. So, so makikita natin na ang math may relate pa rin talaga sa totoong buhay. For example, nag-chemist kayo or kayo ay naging statistician, sports statistician. Those are the things na skills, kailangan nyo tong lesson na to. Napaka-importante. And isa sa mga objective natin, one of our objectives is to distinguish between rational equation, inequality, and function. So these are the definition of the three. Now, if honestly, in order for us to absorb what rational equation, inequality, and functions are, namnamin natin yung definition. It is an equation that contains one or more rational expression. That is a rational equation, no? For example, 2 over x plus 6 over 2x minus 5 equals 5 over 12. It seems na parang mahirap intindihin, pero mamaya I will teach the shortcut for this. Next, rational inequality. It is an inequality that contains inequality symbols like less than, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to. So we have an example there. 7 over 2x minus 3 is greater than or equal to 1 over x. And the last one is rational function. It is a function of the form f of x equals a of x over b of x, where a of x and b of x are polynomial functions and b of x is not equal to 0. Again, I would like to reiterate na hindi po pwedeng ang denominator natin ay magiging equivalent sa 0 simply because any number divided by 0 or any expression divided by 0 will be undefined. Or kapag nga kinalculator nyo yan, mag-e-error siya. So, paano ba ang madaling technique para maunawaan natin at ma-distinguish natin ng equation from inequality and the function? So, the technique here is kapag nakakita kayo ng equal sign, dalawa lang ang possible answer. Rational equation or rational function. So, how do we distinguish the two? Paano natin madi-distinguish? Kapag may nakita kayong f of x or y sa equation, then it is a rational function. Again, I will repeat. Kapag may nakita kayong f of x or y sa isang expression, tapos may equal sign pa siya, that is considered a rational function. Kapag wala kayong nakitang f of x and y, tapos gumamit siya ng symbol na equal, then it is just a rational equation. Pinakamadaling ma-distinguish si rational inequality simply because gumagamit siya ng inequality symbol like less than, greater than, less than or equal to, tsaka greater than or equal to. So let's answer number 1. Number 1, f of x equals 3 over x minus 5. That is a rational function. Simply because may f of x, tsaka equal sign ang ginamit, no? Number 2, napakadali kasi gumamit na siya ng inequality symbol, therefore it is rational inequality. And then number 3, gumamit siya ng equal. So ano lang ang possible na answer diyan? Dalawa lang ang possible na answer, a rational function and a rational equation. So alin sa dalawa? The correct answer is rational equation kasi wala namang f of x or y. By the way, yung function hindi lang in the form of f of x, meron din g of x, h of x, I of x, pero basta may function notation, gumamit ng function notation, that is already a function. Yun na nga, gumamit ng function notation. Number 4, the answer is correct, rational equation. And the last one, rational equation kasi walang f of x or y. I think there's no need for me to answer 6 to 15. Kayo na magsagot niyan using your module, no? So, madali lang mag-distinguish ng rational function from rational equation and from rational inequality. So let's now proceed with module 5. And the objective of module number 5 is to represent a rational function as a table of values, graph, and equation. So this time, we're going to concentrate on the rational function. And to define again what a rational function is a function of the form f of x equals a of x over b of x, where a of x and b of x are polynomial equations and b of x is not equivalent again to 0. So below are some examples of rational functions. Alam na natin yan. Pwedeng f of x or y. No? F of x may be replaced by y. So how do we represent a rational function? So let's have an example. Represent this rational function f of x equals x squared over x minus 3 using a, an equation, b, table of values, and graph. I-express daw natin itong function na ito sa tatlong way. Una, equation. Pangalawa, table of values. And pangatlo, graph. So for the letter A, paano daw natin i-represent ang rational function na yan into an equation? Where yung given, yun na rin yung sagot. F of x equals x squared over x minus 3. Or, palitan nyo lang yung f of x ng y. Y equals x squared over x minus 3. And you already have an equation that represents the given function. For letter B, table of values. So meron tayong gumawa kayo ng table, no? Ayan. Ginagawa nyo na to since you were in junior high school. Meron tayong value ng x, isosolve nyo yung y. And it so happen na sinolve ko na yung y for all of the values of x. So, ang gagawin lang natin, yung mga x na yan, negative 4, negative 3, negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, ay isa-substitute natin doon sa equation natin para makuha natin yung y. So, y equals x squared over x minus 3. We will replace those x ng numerator and denominator with the values that we have. So, for example, yung x na nasa numerator, papalitan ko pareho, and denominator, papalitan ko pareho ng negative 4. So, you have y equals negative 4 squared over negative 4 minus 3. So, ganun na siya. This is just an application of what you learned in module 2, no? Evaluating functions. Ganun lang siya. Next, this time, yung sa pangalawang example natin, I replaced y with negative 3. And sa pangatlong example natin, I replaced x, no? Sa pangalawang example natin, I replaced x with negative 2. So, isosolve lang natin yan. Yan. Negative 4 squared is 16. And negative 4 minus 3 is negative 7. So, 16 over negative 7 is equivalent to negative 16 over 7. So, yun yung sagot natin dito. No? Dito sa pangalawa, we replaced x with negative 3. So, negative 3 squared is 9. And negative 3 minus 3 is negative 6. So, we have 9 over negative 6, which is equivalent to negative 9 over 6. Always remember, na sa fraction, we reduce to the lowest term. So, it becomes negative 3 over 2. And sa third example natin, we replaced x with negative 2. No? Both the numerator and denominator. So, we get the answer, negative 4 over 5. So, gagawin niyo yan sa lahat ng values ng x to complete the table. So, we have expressed f of x equals x squared over x minus 3 as a table of values. Then, we may now proceed to plot these points. There are already, in this example, we have 9 points that we can graph. siyam na points yan na igagraph natin. The first coordinates are -4. So, gagawa tayo ng Cartesian coordinate plane, -4 over -4 and -16/7. Now, parang ang hirap yata ang i-graph nun, sir, fractional forming y. That's why, sa graph, para hindi na kayo mahirapan, I will allow you to use an app that automatically graphs your equation. So, gagawin nyo lang, itatype nyo yung equation sa GeoGebra app, GeoGebra, which is downloadable for your Android devices. And meron din siyang for desktop version, no? Kung meron kayong mga laptops or PC, personal computers, pwede nyo yun. Itatype nyo lang yung equation, makikita nyo na yung graph. So, kapag ginawa niyo yung table of values tsaka yung graph, kailangan mag-coincide. Makikita nyo, kapag si x ay -4, totoo bang nag-fall yon sa -16 or 7? Pinakamadaling hanapin dyan, 0, 0. Si 0 ba? Kapag ba 0 si x, 0 din si y. No? So, ibig sabihin, dumaan siya doon sa gitna na yon, no? So, I will allow you to use the graphing app para hindi na kayo mahirapan mag-drawing. So, ito yung makikita ninyo. So, makikita ninyo sa graph natin na dumaan nga yung equation na yon sa 0, 0. Ito. Sa may pinakagitna mismo ng Cartesian coordinate plane. So, that is how you represent a rational function into an equation, a table of values, and a graph. So, if you have any question regarding this lesson, pwede kayong mag-comment dito sa mismong video, or you can message me personally. So, these are the things that you will encounter in modules 4 and 5. And this is again a supplement video lang, no? So, don't forget to like and subscribe to subscribe to my channel and like this video. Okay? Yun lang. If you have any question, you may message me through Messenger. So, yun lang. God bless sa inyo lahat. For Module 6, I will be sending the link of my YouTube video kung saan ninyo ma-access yung lesson na yon. Okay? So, that's it. Thank you and God bless sa inyo lahat.